Hello, my beautiful collective. My name is Calum. I'm an empath, a psychic, and an oracle of sorts. And welcome to Full Mental Alchemy. I'm going to be doing a tarot card reading for you today. I decided to shave my mustache today because it's been making me feel really dysphoric. So, yeah. We have my cat 7 here with us. He's by my side. We're going to start with the Citadel Oracle. I haven't used this deck in my readings in a minute. And I honestly haven't been using most of my decks for a while. It's been like mainly just tarot. But let's see what the Citadel Oracle has to say. What messages does the collective need to hear at this time? Today's the strawberry full moon. It's June 11th when I'm recording this. Well, it is now. It's like 12 a.m. So we have the Thief in reverse and the Dancer in reverse. I don't know what either of these cards mean. I've barely used this deck. I never record readings in here. I'm not used to this setup. I'm always recording them in my car. But my mom's gone until like next Monday, so I've got the house to myself. Where's the key? There we go. So the Thief. 112 and 126. Those numbers could be significant to you. A crash of pottery, the sound of angry voices, someone laughs, another curses. You're so distracted looking to see what's going on that you don't realize your pockets are suddenly empty. The thief takes what they want when they want. It started off as a necessity, but now it's an addiction, a need to take greater risks, to seek bigger marks. One day they'll run out of luck, but it's the thrill that keeps them going in the meantime. For whatever reason, you found yourself in a situation where you're hoarding resources for some unseen future disaster. Material wealth, favors, even friendships, you're holding on to everything with an iron fist. What's making you feel so insecure about your life that you need to prepare for the worst? Assess those feelings. You should also let yourself enjoy some of what you've been holding on to, rather than saving it all for a rainy day. Then we have the Dancer. A tambourine shivers, filling the air with the sound of silver, and silks carve shapes out of the air as the dancer leaps and spins. Whatever they have left behind come to the citadel, that is the past, and this is the now. They bring only themselves into the dance, unashamed to let the world see them for who they truly are. You are entering a period of uncertainty. Life may be about to put you into a position where you feel out of your depth, but don't let fear and a lack of confidence make the situation worse. You must remember that your inner strength is still there, and learn to harness it in a new and empowering way. That's very beautiful. There's I don't know, it seems like you're really in a space of needing to free yourself from old constricting mindsets. I feel like we've been talking about this a little bit recently, but you need to kind of let loose a little bit. You need to kind of give into the dance of life. Stop restricting yourself to maybe values or morals that don't align with who you are now. I'm imagining someone It's very reminiscent of this card, but I'm just seeing someone like taking everything they have and just like throwing it in every direction. And there was a card that stuck out on the top when I pulled out the Wanderer's Tarot. When I pulled out the guidebook, this was stuck to it, and it was the star. I feel like you need to embody that star energy, kind of like embrace the healing power of your truth, of authenticity, of self-love, self-fulfillment. All my cards are stuck together. I think we might use a couple other decks as well throughout this. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that thief card is speaking to me. I need to like take advantage of my hoard, use some of my resources. My cards have just been sitting in my car in my bag for at least like 2 months now, and I haven't done much of anything with them. I kind of want to dive into each of these energies individually, because I feel like they kind of deserve their own look. But yeah, there's like so much of this need to like, it feels like you may be tying yourself down to the past in a way, and not really like allowing yourself to relish the victory of moving through what you've moved through, if that makes sense. I don't know. We have the King of Cups. The Seven of Wands. And the Queen of Cups. You know, I'm going to read on these. I haven't actually looked into this guidebook in a while. And I feel called to. Kind of like, let's get back down to the basics. Stay on the throne as the King of Cups to manage the kingdom that is your life, using your noblest side and avoiding being too rational or excessively emotional. The scepter you have earned is used to manage fairness and justice, to give wisdom to those who request it, and to enhance it in those who do not have enough. The power of the scepter can resolve conflicts within yourself and amongst others. I'm also going to read the treasure for the Queen of Cups. The treasure is your serenity, emotional balance, and ability to express yourself artistically, avoiding the excess of overwhelming emotions, especially if you have relationships with those who may not understand and appreciate those emotions. I don't know. You know, with the energy of the thief, and we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups coming out under this energy, it feels like you've done a lot of work healing, like, various aspects of yourself. And I mean, like, emotional aspects. Like, having worked through trauma. But I'm getting, like, this sense of the Five of Pentacles. I pulled that out to clarify the Seven of Wands. It feels like you've done a lot of work to get to a place of stability, but then once you got to that place, it's like you kind of, like, I'm hearing stalled out. And now, yeah, the Four of Pentacles, you were kind of, it's that energy of like hoarding, that sense of greed, but not necessarily greed. It more feels like this, feeling like you got what you wanted out of your journey, and then instead of running with that and like showing it off, you kind of just kept it to yourself. And now it feels like it's time to release that a little bit. It's almost like you've proven yourself to yourself. Now it's time to prove yourself to everyone around you. Not that you need to, but it's more like why not strut your stuff a little bit? Stop playing stop playing small. We have the Five of Wands. You know, with the imagery of this is standing out in how there's like, I mean, the Five of Wands can talk a lot about like distraction, um, petty arguments, but I'm like imagining that like with these people in the back, they're all fighting, but this person, they seem determined to leave this fight, to like step over the wall and move forward. That kind of feels like where you're at. Some sense of brain. I'm hearing owning that you're better than this. Better than what? King of Pentacles. I'm going to need to look at that. I don't think I'm going to read it out loud, but I'm still getting a sense of stagnation from it. In how this describes you have reached a stable position. You have the success and wealth you desired, and your kingdom is strong. Is that what you really wanted, or are you too tied to tradition and the results you have achieved? The choice is yours. Be dynamic and embark on a new journey, or be contented and consolidate what you have obtained. And I feel like that's exactly what I was just talking about with the Five of Wands. It feels like stepping into a new journey, kind of like rising above the that energy of playing small. I mean, we had the Five of Pentacles. It feels like you may have been like embodying this Five of Pentacles without like actually feeling the Five of Pentacles. You were kind of just holding on to that, and like, it's almost like upholding an image, a mask of being less than for the sake of other people's comfort. um, like there's a sense of unworthiness about it. I'm like feeling unworthy of your truth. I pulled the Two of Wands. I'm moving over to the Dancer energy. We have the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Temperance is on... words. Temperance is on the bottom of the deck. I almost feel like you're allowing yourself to feel inspired. Or like, which isn't to say that you haven't been letting yourself feel inspired, but it's almost like you're widening your view of what that inspiration can look like. Man, I've been seeing cherry blossoms fucking everywhere the past like week. It's been in like every show that I've watched and showing up randomly on like social media. People writing about them. Those could be significant to you. I don't really know what the imagery of those represents, but maybe you want to look that up. I want to look back at the description of the Dancer, because it was very much like a freeing energy of like Oh, yeah. You are entering a period of uncertainty. Life may be about to put you in a position where you feel out of your depth, but don't let fear and a lack of confidence make the situation worse. You must remember that your inner strength is still there and learn to harness it in a new and empowering way. Hmm. Interesting. So maybe this situation you're about to be put in is going to force you to kind of open your eyes a little bit. Again, not that they were even closed, but it's like you there's kind of like this, I'm getting a sense of like being kind of laser focused in one direction, and now you're kind of looking around you. The Knight of Wands just fell out of the top of the deck, and I'm going to take that. I feel like you're going to be a little more inclined to, I'm hearing use critical thinking. I feel like you may have just been restricting yourself, and now you're kind of being given the chance to, I say use critical thinking in the sense of like, think outside the box. Think of all that is possible and not what you think is possible. You know what I mean? Like, not limiting what you believe to be possible for yourself. And it's like you think it and then make it happen with the Knight of Wands coming out. And the Seven of Pentacles, I think this is kind of just representing this sense of like, this is like building blocks in a way. Like, you're being given a chance to create a new future, live up to your potential. It's like some sense of this like uncertainty, that feeling of being out of your depth is giving you the chance to, I think, see what is possible, because it's like you're being challenged in a way that you've been like waiting to be challenged, I think. And the Ace of Wands almost feels like, you know, when you run a marathon and like you get past the baton, and now, or not a marathon, a triathlon, is that what it is, when there's like multiple people doing different types of races in the same race? You know, there's like one person running, one person biking, one person swimming type thing. I don't know, but it feels like you're being passed the baton and now it's your turn to move forward, and like challenge yourself in a new way. We have the Four of Cups. I think there's going to be a need to take in everything that you're seeing. And I mean that like the signs that you're receiving from the universe. Like, maybe you've been getting synchronicities and kind of just like brushing them off. And I think it's time to like think a little harder about what those things could mean to you, what they ignite within you, what comes up within you when those synchronicities take place. And then the Three of Wands comes out to clarify the Knight of Wands. It literally feels like your inspiration leads to actions that lead to like movements that take ground, is what I'm getting, that take you places. Like, I don't know, I feel like if there's something that you feel really inspired to do, there's something that like, I mean, even like I was just saying with the synchronicities, like if something like lights your soul up and you feel called to like do something in response to that, I feel like there's kind of it's a call to like lean into that. And I think that that is those decisive moments of following your intuition and listening to what feels like it could do something for you is going to do something for you. I don't know how else to say that. And then the Two of Cups. I'm going to read the Two of Cups because I'm really noticing on this card the like kind of sun and moon energy here. And then the wine in the back has that, like, I don't even know what you call that like insignia for like healing. Like, I'm almost getting the sense, like I was saying with the King and Queen of Cups and the Thief energy, it feels like you've been doing a lot of work on like your masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, but kind of just keeping that tucked away, kind of low key. And now that with like the decisions that you're going to be making, this is going to be a chance for you to, like, I guess, put the things that you've learned about yourself into practice. And putting those things into practice is it's almost like that's going to do more healing for you than thinking about it has. Which isn't to say the work that you've done previously wasn't worth it or something. It's like you had to do all that, and now it's time to like actually put in some like applicable, I don't know. You know what I mean? Any pathway in relationships will be in your favor. So, set out on your journey, and your companion will make it more interesting and enjoyable. You will find two golden cups, which are used to establish pacts with those you trust or to hold celebrations with those you love. Choose the person to hold the other cup. Maybe this is a choice to go towards a person. It doesn't necessarily have to be love in a romantic sense. This could be platonic. This could be in a sort of way where you're like creating something with someone and making a pact, being like, we're going to do this together. But it very well could be love. I feel like that is why you need to sit. You need to think about these things. Think about what this inspiration is. What exactly is like lighting you up, and figure out what that means to you, what you want to do with that energy. And I feel like your heart's going to know the way. You know? You do. Trust that you do. We have the Chariot. I pulled that to clarify the Four of Cups. So, again, it's like there's a beautiful mirroring taking place between these two columns in this section, because the Ace of Wands, it's like inspiration strikes. So then you sit with that inspiration, you process it, you try to figure out what it truly means to you, what you're learning from that, what you can do with that. And then after sitting with it and taking action, it's like the results pile in. You kind of interrupted my spread here, dude. You gonna lay on my bag? My cat has stolen my hand. Let's just pull some cards off the top. We have Death. I'm gonna pull like a connecting energy between these. So we have Death, the Queen of Pentacles. Dude, you're messing up all my cards with your tail. What the heck? Don't bite me. You've given me enough cuts this week, please. And then the Eight of Swords. I'm gonna pull one more. And the King of Wands. I feel called to pull one more. Page of Cups. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles in this deck, you know what? I'm gonna just read it. We're living by the book this reading. Your throne is stable, and the lady who sits there is well admired and perhaps envied. What is there still to do? Get up and follow the rabbit into its mysterious burrow that will lead onto a new journey, to new higher challenges and acts of generosity to others. Inside that burrow, you will meet new queens of pentacles and new ways of managing your life. And I feel like that embodies so perfectly what I was talking about. With death coming out before this, it's like you've gone through a whole season, a whole series of transformations within yourself. The Ten of Cups is the bottom of the deck here. This is the like all-encompassing energy of this whole spread here. The death, I feel like, is representing that the fact that you've gone through a true sense of transformation. You've learned a lot of things about yourself. You've been gaining all these skills of maybe coping, understanding your sense of self, what like makes you, what lights you up inside, working through the shadow, integrating those things, learning to love the parts of yourself you maybe didn't admire in the past. And now you're in this place of stability and you're ready to like take some action in a new direction, to like truly write a new story. Somewhere in the beginning of the reading, I literally said it feels like there's a new journey. With the Five of Wands, that's what it was. It feels like stepping away from maybe old habits, old cycles, old distractions, and setting out on a new journey. Now, the Eight of Swords coming out is interesting. And you know what? We're going to read the guidebook. It's been a minute since I've, like, read from the guidebook like this, but, you know, this is what this reading is all about. It's going back to the basics in a new way. It's like not even going back to the basics. I just saw 7-11 when I looked at the time. That's a number about presence and like actively appreciating the world around you. It feels like you're going on, you need to go on into this journey without the constraints of the past, is kind of what I'm getting from the Eight of Swords in this context. Only you can break free from your constraints and torments. Did I not use the word constraints? Anyway, there are thoughts and boundaries within you that need to be overcome in order to expand your perception. Again, with what I was talking about, the Five of Pentacles, you need to step over that wall and like free yourself from that past cycle, that past limiting mindset. In order to expand your perception and chances, you will only be free by loosening old knots. A sharp knife may injure you or serve as a useful tool. Your doubts and fears prevent you from using it correctly. So you need to have some fucking confidence moving forward and stop treating this new time like the past. Because things are different now. You're different now. And because you're different, the world is different now. I want to read the King of Wands as well. You have to make important decisions about your life or the life of others. Obviously, this is the result of a life path consisting of decisions on where and above all on why to go to one place instead of another. Being accustomed to traveling will make everything easier and safer. A mighty rod of command is your sign of assigned authority, and even better, of your authority due to virtuous conduct. It can be displayed with just pride or imposed as an obligation on those who wish to have power over. Will you choose to consolidate your positions or attack those of others? And that also kind of brings us into the Page of Cups as well, because it feels like you need to kind of have some like my mind keeps going back to critical thinking. Like, I think that you need to have, but I'm hearing more like creative thinking. Like, there's, hold on. Your journey will involve creativity, art, and novelties, even personal ones. You will dart like fish in the water of life to discover the unknown. Don't be static. Put your trust in people and run if necessary. Often, treasures are made of energy and knowledge that you have lost or did not know existed. Be amazed and carry these treasures within you. Otherwise, you will lose those energies and you won't understand what has happened. I think that the Two of Cups is kind of playing into this as well. I feel like there's the Three of Wands, and with how the King of Wands was talking about making a decision, I feel like there could be some decision about like needing to move, maybe to a new place. If you've been feeling called to move to maybe a new city, a new state, a new country, even just a new area around you. I feel like there's going to be some like important person that you meet that's going to. It almost feels like I don't want to say initiate to be like, I don't know. I want to keep this kind of like grounded in some sense for people that aren't inherently spiritual, but I feel like there's someone coming along that is going to teach you a lot of things about yourself that you didn't even know were there. Oh, the Empress. Oof. Maybe show you the power that you have. And with the Page of Cups, I feel like there is a sense of creativity with that in that maybe you felt like incapable of creating certain things in the past, but I don't know. I'm getting like a sense of training wheels being taken off. And it all starts with your mindset. It all starts with you like kind of owning that you are like that you have capable hands for the things that you desire, the journey that you want to embark on, I guess. You know what? I pulled this deck out. Let's pull some angel messages. These are usually cards that I pull to like close out a reading, but I don't think we're done yet. We'll see. Low-key, I could end it here. That message felt pretty concise, but you need to free yourself from doubt. That's like the biggest constraint, I think. It's just this sense of feeling unworthy. You need to understand that things are different and that you're, I think, ready to take on the challenges that you've been maybe putting off for a while. Not really by like, I'm not getting like a sense of true procrastination, but like, it almost feels like maybe a sense of spiritual procrastination, not necessarily bypassing, but it's like doing work internally, but not doing anything to apply the work externally, like having an understanding of why things are wrong, but not necessarily, not even wrong. Like, how do I describe that? Like, it's that, like, you know that things could be better if you made some kind of important decision that maybe you've been putting off for a long time. But now I think you're going to be, like, kind of thrown into the, like, deep end of the pool and forced to make a decision that's, like, scary for you. But it's going to be good. You're going to make a wave by jumping in the pool. And I think the decision is that you need to jump in the pool. The universe, I don't think, is gonna push you in. I think they're guiding you to take that jump yourself. It's very Fool energy in like the tarot. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't need to clarify. Yvonne, you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. Archangel Michael, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. I feel like that is exactly what I was just talking about. It's like the angels are with you, guiding you to make this decision yourself. It's like, we're not going to do the life changing. You're the one actually living the life. So live the life a little bit. Like, that's going to be the title of the reading. Live life a little bit. Do some scary things. Jump in the pool, even if you don't know how to swim. You'll learn eventually. We have Zana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. And that even feels synchronistic to what I was saying earlier. It's that like you're kind of defining the present moment by patterns that you've seen in the past. Wow, the color. Hold on, I'll show you. Astara, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and dreams and desires, and don't compromise. The cards here, the way they lined up, are so color coordinated, and it is so pleasing to everything within me. Do you see how beautiful that is? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I feel called to pull one more. It's gonna go right in the middle. Oh, Teresa, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. That's that Four of Cups energy we were talking about in the beginning. Like, once you take some time to like sit with everything that's been getting thrown at you, and like actually take some time to do some critical thinking about the way forward, you're gonna be able to take make a more conscious, like aligned decision with what's gonna be best for you, I guess is how I'm gonna put that. I don't know. See, I told you, it felt like things were winding down when I was pulling these cards, but now that I've pulled them, I feel reinvigorated, and we're going to keep going. So, I'm going to put the Citadel cards away. Where? Seven? Please? You look so cozy. My comfy bean. Sorry, I just need to take a moment to appreciate my beautiful cat. Okay. We're gonna pull a Wicca card now. This almost feels like part 2. Ah! Stop it! Keep scratching me. Okay, what's the vibe here? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're fine right there. I thought he was gonna like lay out in front of me. I'm not gonna take those. I don't know what they were. It was like 4 cards, so don't you do it. Oh, you're inching your way. Game of Mirrors, card number 23. I feel like you need to take a look at some other people around you. But like from the perspective of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm getting from the Game of Mirrors here is how this person is like, there's this like light beam that's locked between their forehead and this like ethereal figure's chest. But what I'm getting is like I think that there maybe are some people that you're like, how do I describe this? Um, oh my goodness. Um, you're like having an appreciation of other people around you, but not really taking the time to appreciate yourself. And what I mean with that is this sense of appreciating attributes of other people that you don't realize are actually attributes that you are projecting onto those people. You know what I mean? Like not recognizing that the beauty that you see in the world is the beauty that you have within. And I feel like that might be part of the shift here, part of the recognition that needs to take place. Um, like I'm getting that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Why'd that come through? The Four of Swords. Again, I think that there's some like self-reflection that's being avoided. But it's funny because what I'm getting from this is that you're like not really looking at the things that you like about yourself. You're kind of just projecting them onto other people. Kind of being like, "Oh, I like the way this person is giving. I like the way that this person interacts with people. I like the way this person um, loves others." And not, you're like, but really, those things are attributes of yourself that you, it's almost like you want people to recognize those things about you. Oh, we're calling you out here. Hold on, let's get some confirmation of that. We have the Nine of Swords, the Six of Wands, yeah, and the Tower. Okay. See, it feels like there's kind of like an internal fear of like validating yourself, appreciating your own beauty and wonder. And the tower that I think is taking place here is kind of involving this Nine of Swords. But I think the tower more so, please do not wreck my cards right now, Seven. The tower is, I think, this illusion that the beauty you see in the world is anywhere outside of you. The beauty is within the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So behold, the Queen of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. I kind of want to read that. I was almost going to move past it, but then I like kind of stared at it for a second. And I was like, you know, I think there's something there. The enterprise you are about to embark on requires logic, rationality, and cold calculation. All the same, these qualities are not the only ones you need to reach the places you wish to visit and perhaps conquer. The Queen of Swords knows how to converse. She uses her intuition and acts according to the situation. Interesting. I'm really taking note of that. She uses her intuition and acts according to the situation. Again, it's like taking note of the things that are taking place around you and knowing how to move forward based on what you receive from that. The treasure is your mind, and it's with its vast set of cerebral, mental, and calculating abilities that go in every direction. One of the qualities of the queen, which should be a reference point for you, is her ability to not get overwhelmed by emotions. Imitate her in this, and you will accomplish what you want. Can we expand on that a little bit? The Emperor. The Eight of Swords. I want to do one more. Let's get like a nice little pyramid shape going. Whoa, Two of Wands. I wasn't showing it to you. Or maybe I was. Maybe this reading's for you, Seven. Oh, he looks so cozy. Ah! Interesting. There's one little part of this that is really standing out to me. It says managing power, both your own and that of others, is one of life's most important journeys. You cannot give it up, even if you wanted to. So try to sit on the imperial throne and understand the way you are changing, whether this is something you like or whether you prefer other roles. And with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Wands, this feels like a clarification for what the Two of Wands was talking about earlier. It's time to think about whether that's the role you want to be in, the one who observes the beauty in others. I feel like that's almost keeping you restricted to this point of being an observer, of being the Six of Wands, the validator, the one that gives people a sense of that validates others. I don't know, sees the beauty in other people. And the Two of Wands, I think, is the need to like kind of expand your view a little bit, to look outside the perspective that you've been living in, and now it's time to kind of like own that validation for yourself, to validate those things within, to express yourself fully, to maybe embody the things that you love about other people a little more, that really you love about yourself, and allow that to like guide the way for you. Like I almost feel like there needs to be, you need to do some kind of practice of like, not necessarily, not even like affirmations. Like I'm thinking full on like, um, I can't even say it. There's like, it feels like going and embodying the things that you want to be, maybe even vocalizing that to someone and watching what happens. Like I'm really noticing how on the Eight of Swords, like she's looking down at her bindings here, um, with like this look of like, do I really need to be tied up right now? Like, is this necessary? Um, Please, Seven, do not fuck up my cards right now. You're gonna get kicked off the bed, bro. You're gonna get kicked out. Ah! Ow! Stop. What are you doing? He was like sucking on my thumb. Okay, I'm I'm done trying to pet you. No, I'm not. Don't tell anyone. I'll always pet you. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the message. I feel like that's all that needed to be expressed. I want to pull a couple more angel cards. Gosh, my fingers smell like fish now, dude. Yuck. Ew. We have Serena on the bottom of the deck. I don't usually look at the bottom of the deck for these cards, but it says, I'm the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. That might be something that you're manifesting right now. I don't know. That's for you to decide. Maybe there's something around that, your money mindset, the way maybe you see the way other people view their relationship with money. Maybe it's time to heal that within yourself. View it from more of less of a place of like feeling without when it comes to money, and having more gratitude for that. I don't know. But I think that like the things that you observe, they have to come from within you somewhere. Just had a shit ton of cards fall out. And we're going to take all of them. Why not? We'll just go for it. We have Rosetta. You have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. Akasha. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. It's crazy that this card came out right with Rosetta there. And then we have Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself which way brings me closer to my divine purpose, which way takes me away from it. It feels like the angels are telling a story through the cards here. Chantal, new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. And then after that, we have Daniel. I am the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. Do with those cards what you will. It sounds like we did talk about a new person of some kind coming into your life, either following a decision or to help you make a decision. And you know what's interesting? I tried to record this reading before this. I recorded like 5 minutes and I was just kind of like babbling. But I pulled cards from another deck, and the one card that I pulled before ending it and starting a new reading was the Hierophant. So it seems like there's very much this sense that you have, it's like there may be someone coming in to bring you into some sense of confidence within yourself, bring you to some like new level. Again, like I was saying, like I didn't want to say initiation earlier, but like it feels like initiate you into what the person you've always been meant to be. And you're both going to do this for this person and them you, but also like I think that you're stepping into a more in line purpose. I almost want to pull cards on this. Oh, should we? I don't think I want to. Like I do just for the sake of reading cards, but I feel like this is a kind of thing that like you have to navigate in your life, and I don't want to get too deep into it and just be like, yep, this is coming, because like I think that these shifts that we're talking about here are only going to take place following yourself, you know? Like there's some truth that you need to live in alignment with, that you need to like embody within yourself first. You need to kind of, I don't know, shake some shit up within yourself, not necessarily even in the physical world, but like you need to move a little differently. And that doesn't mean like, I mean, it might mean like if this is an ascension that is like your first awakening of self, shake some shit up all around. Like do the whole thing, but it doesn't have to be massive. I feel like it's kind of just like the Nine of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. It's this sense of having more contentment in who you actually want to be, who you actually feel you are. I just split the deck on the Page of Swords as well. Opening yourself up to new ways of thinking. Expanding your view. We've been saying that the whole reading. Like moving differently throughout the world, not really holding back for the sake of playing some kind of identity, playing small. Leave the past in the past. It's time to like fucking dive in the deep end of the pool, baby. So dive in the deep end of the pool already. Like fucking do it. Fucking do it. There was a reading I did a few days ago that I heavily was talking about that concept of like doing it scared, letting the confidence follow the action, and this feels like in that same realm of advice. So yeah, I hope this reading was able to provide you some confirmation or clarity on what you already intuitively know. And I can't wait to watch you expand into who you've always been meant to be. Yeah. If you want to reach out to me for any questions or to book a personal reading, I'm not really looking to do personals right now. I just don't really, it doesn't feel in alignment right now. But if you want to reach out and see about getting a reading, you can feel free to do so by reaching out on Instagram at Full Mental Alchemy with an underscore before and after. Yeah, this has been Full Mental Alchemy. My name is Caleb. I love you all so much if you stuck all the way through this reading. It was a long one. We're bringing back the hour readings. Let's fucking do it. It's summer. The energy is high. Yeah, I'm hoping I can move out soon so that I can continue to do more of these readings. I really want to get back into like my shamanic practices, because low key I was off my spiritual routines. I've started meditating again a little bit, but you know, I think it's all a part of the path. I have to go through the ebbs and flows of what feels necessary for me. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, allowing me to read for you. I will see you in the next one. Bye.